Good morning, Patriots. I'm Edgar Quinteros.
And I'm Stephen Garrett.
And this is LHS News.
I never thought that it'd be so simple, but I found a way, If you open up your mind.
Registration for next year's classes is coming soon. Each student will be meeting with their counselor individually.
Juniors will be next week on Wednesday, Thursday, and the following Monday. On March 13th and 14th, freshmen will meet with their counselors, and then on March 18th, 19th, and the 21st, sophomores will meet with their counselors.
Please remember to bring your elective sheet that was given to you. May I suggest signing up for video production? We have lots of fun.
If you are interested in playing or cheering in this year's Powder Puff football game, pick up your permission slips in the activities office. Permission slips and the money are all due by Tuesday in the finance office.
The second annual Women's Empowerment Day will be taking place on Monday, April 8th, 2019 in the library. To sign up, scan the QR code on the pink flyers posted in the classrooms or see Ms. Shalmini, Mrs. Ayers, or Mrs. Bocanegra for more information. Spaces are limited, so sign up early. It'll be a fun-filled day.
Senor Ward's Spanish classes were out on the outdoor stage singing their hearts out last week. Let's check it out.
Good morning, Patriots. I'm Parker Coletti from LHS News. Last Tuesday, the Spanish classes went out onto the outdoor stage and sang and danced and performed songs that the students chose. The class with the best performance won a pizza party. Back to you guys in the studio.
The process of deciding to go to college can be stressful. We thought we would bring you some information that could help. Our first installment is about the biggest mistakes when choosing a college. We hope it helps.
It's all about finding fit, and that fit has to be a great academic fit, a campus culture fit, a financial aid fit, a career services fit. It's basically an environment that you're going to be happy in. Number one biggest mistake, applying to a school because my boyfriend or girlfriend goes to that school. The second biggest mistake is that idea of a feeder school from your high school, because all of your friends are going from your high school to a particular college, or lots and lots of other students from your school are going to a particular college. Remember, same thing with your boyfriend or girlfriend. This has to be a fit for you. But here's the thing that we tell our students. Just because there's great name recognition or brand perception of a particular school doesn't mean that school is going to be a great environment for you academically or otherwise. And even more importantly than that, it doesn't guarantee you a successful future. The fourth mistake is applying to a school only because it's easy to get into. Now remember that when we say at the Princeton Review that there's probably a correct number of applications that you should be submitting in the next year or years. And that number for us is probably 9. 3 of those schools should be reach schools, 3 schools match schools, and 3 schools safety schools. And just to give some definition, those reach schools should be schools that your academics are just a little bit below what they're reporting out as their average. Same for match schools. You're right in the middle, so you're perfectly matched with them academically. And for safety schools, you're a bit above the average of what they're reporting out for those schools.
Members of the LHS Project Lead the Way Club participated in an outreach day with students at Discovery Elementary School. Let's see what they did.
Good morning, Patriots. I'm Aiden Harrington, and last Wednesday on February 27th, members of the LHS Project Lead the Way Club participated in a science, technology, engineering, art, and math outreach day with 2nd, 3rd, and 5th grade students at Discovery Elementary School. The Project Lead the Way students organized 4 stations for students to visit, including a marshmallow spaghetti tower, Lego design challenges, building a balloon-powered car, and artwork using glue, salt, and food coloring. It was an awesome opportunity to encourage engineering and curiosity with younger students. Shout out to our Project Lead the Way class for reaching out to younger engineers. Back to you guys in the studio.
The drama production Wait Until Dark finished Saturday night. It was a fantastic show. Here are some highlights.
If there is, I suggest you wait till Mr. Hendricks turns home.
Now, she does more than that. Wait, you mean he just walked in? Adopt. Have you called me yet?
Next, we have our latest installment of Worst Jobs Ever. We hope that by showing you some of these disgusting things our staff did when they were younger, you'll make better decisions. Take it away, guys.
Hey guys, it's Isabella Ayala from the LHS News. This week we have Miss Phillips for Worst Job Ever.
My husband and I were apartment managers, and being an apartment manager isn't in itself the worst job ever, but one of the responsibilities is. So when people leave their apartments, it's the manager's job to go in and sometimes pick up what they've left behind. As you might imagine, we picked up old laundry. People always leave piles of magazines around. We'd find a nice arraignment of bugs and trash that were left behind. And so definitely the worst job ever was picking up the garbage that people didn't want to take with them.
Thanks, Miss Phillips.
Back in the Day continues next.
If I recall a story, something I did when I was in high school, when I was in Belgium, that would have been what is the senior year here. And my math teacher wanted to do this big event to have a fundraising going for the school. It was a private school. And so he decided to set up a circus. And so he was asking the students to volunteer for one of the acts, and that act was to breathe fire. So of course I volunteered because I thought that was pretty cool. And we were meeting after school to practice with the math teacher, and then we eventually did the whole act in front of the school and invited guests. So that was back in the day for me.
Now our very own Daniel Viveros and Haley Boyer with sports.
Guys, I'm Haley Boyer.
And I'm Daniel Viveros, and this week on sports. Baseball is 5-2 currently with a win over Clovis East last Friday.
Softball. We have started the season 1-3 against some pretty good teams. Softball has a game next Wednesday at Frontier at 4.
Last Friday, track had a meet at BC in which we won the sweepstakes. That means we won men's varsity, women's varsity, and men's frosh soft. We set a lot of top 10 marks in Valley and State. Track's next meet is today starting at 1:30.
That's it for this week.
Now back to you guys in the studio.
This week's weather was beautiful. What can we expect next week, Chris?
Hey guys, Chris Yates here with the forecast. This week we're going to start out in the high 50s, but then go to the low 60s with a chance of rain on Tuesday. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Back to you in the studio.
Another blood drive is coming up on March 22nd. Blood drive packets can be picked up in the activities office. The first 50 people to sign up will receive a Patriot Way ticket.
Seniors, today is the last day the finance office will accept checks. After that, you can use a credit card with ID or cash. Plan ahead for your transactions.
ASB elections will be held next week. Be sure to vote, and class elections will be in a few weeks on March 27th.
Seniors, another Ed Plan orientation next Friday for students who plan to go to BC and did not attend the first Ed Plan meeting. See Mrs. Sertucci or Miss Cano in the counseling office to sign up.
Our choir will be performing The Stilled Breath on Tuesday night. It starts at 7 p.m. The cost is $5 for general admission and $3 for students. It will be music of love, death, and awe. Don't miss it.
Follow us on Instagram at LHS News Show.
We have another 1 hour late start on Monday.
Have a nice weekend.